Hey, and welcome to my guide on how to use the BUFF marketplace. I'm going to try to cover everything from registration to buying and selling items on the site and other tips and tricks. If you have any questions after watching the video, just shoot me a message on Twitter or drop a comment below and I'll try to help you. Also keep in mind that I was not paid to make this video and I'm recording with a scuffed HyperX Cloud mic, so I still hope that a few people can find it helpful. Enjoy! The first step to signing up on BUFF is visiting the site BUFF.163.com. Then you hit register and you type in your phone number here. Then you find your country code. This can be a bit of a hassle because you can't really sort them. Once you found it, you drag this little puzzle so it fits. Should be quite easy. And then once you've done that, you hit this little button here. It should send you a mobile code to your device and you type it in here. Once you've done that, you hit agree and you click register. I've heard that there's a lot of people that are not getting the code when they hit this button, and I guess it's some server-related problem. But if that happens to you, go to the BUFF app instead, and then try and get the mobile code from the app, and that should definitely work. Right, so the next step is you come to your profile here, you hit account, and then you need to fill in your Steam ID. It'll do this automatically. You can see here, you hit OK. Right, so the next step is setting up your API key. What you want to do there is hit to get. It'll open a window here and you can type in whatever you want. And then you copy this key and you insert it here. The final thing to do is setting up your trade link. You hit to get again. It should open up a little window here and you can just copy it right off. And you go back and save. So now you're pretty much done with the registration part. You can come over here and change your name to Drop Has Bad Prices. You can save that. Here you can allow bargains, which you definitely should, because if you disable this, you will not be able to receive a bargain on the site whatsoever. And this little button is whether or not you want your store display to be open. So if somebody finds a good deal of your items, there's a good chance that they'll visit your store and then check what other items you have for sale. So if you don't want that, you need to disable this. Now, before moving on to the buying and selling part, I need to clear one big misconception about the site. You do not need to set a bank card to sell on BUFF, and you cannot withdraw or deposit money without having a Chinese bank card. So forget about that. I'll try to cover how to get funds on the site if you don't have skins. I'll try to cover how to easily withdraw skins or how to withdraw other items that can be sold for real money on other sites. But for now, BUFF does not support Western payment options. Right, so I'm back here on the front page of BUFF. I've signed into my own account so I can show you how to list items. You hit inventory here. You have all these options to filter quality, category, exterior, etc. You can also sort your entire inventory by the highest reference price. These are some of the items that I've already got listed. If you want to sell your items, you go here, you hit sellable. It'll show you all the items that are currently tradable that you can list on the marketplace. So if I want to sell this item, I can go here and check the current listing. I can check what it has sold for in the past. So this was the 29th of January. I can see the buy orders on the item. So if I needed money quickly, I could supply this buy order and get this amount. So say I was to sell this, I hit these three, for instance. I hit sell and I type in 1800 since I don't want to sell them. And it should show the price here that you'll get after fee. Right, so if you come to this sale tab, you can see all the items that you've currently listed and the prices that you have them listed for. You can come here and select your items. You can change the price or you can unlist them entirely from the site. I don't see a lot of reason why you should unlist items because you might as well have them for sale even if it's at a premium price, because you don't need to send them to a bot, which you do with any other marketplace. You can keep them in your inventory and use them and still have them listed on the site with the potential of them selling. You can also check your bargain management. So if somebody has bargained on your item, it'll show up here. You can check your sales history, etc. So the last tab here, it shows you the items that you have placed a buy order on. So in this case, I have a buy order for a Dick Stacy gold sticker, and I have a buy order for a phase 1 Doppler. You can make however many buy orders you want, but once you do that, your balance will be frozen until you either cancel the buy order or your item gets delivered. Another thing you can see on the purchase section is any buy order that has gone through, whether successful or not, will show up here. In this create purchase, you can make a new buy order. So if I were to buy a P2000 ocean foam, maybe I wanted 10 of them, then I can go here, I can click on the fact new here, and I can see the max purchase price currently being 265, so I'm gonna put 270 and then buy 10 of these and confirm. So right now I'll have an active buy order on 10 P2000 ocean foams. So this is a way to try and get items a little bit cheaper. If you have a lot of patience or a lot of balance to spend, it's a good idea to have some active buy orders just sitting there. Right, so as you can see here, I've sold a rush sticker for a stupid price. I have 12 hours to deliver it, which is the case with every item you sell on that site. If I don't send this within the first 30 minutes, the buyer is free to cancel the trade offer and he'll just get his money back. The safe way to send it is if you're on your phone, it's going to be kind of the same, but you can process the offer through the website or through Steam, and it'll automatically pop up with the correct guy here. You confirm the trade and you accept it. The only thing to be careful of is the same thing you need to be careful of with any other trading platform. That is to check the registration date and possibly also the Steam level of the guy. So you can see here that he's level 60. He joined 27th of April 2012. So once you go to mobile confirmation of this item, you make sure that it's the same guy. Right, so in terms of buying items on Buff, I don't have a lot of things to mention. If you're looking for specific sticker combinations or float ranges, I would recommend you that you use the app instead of the browser because it holds these features whereas the browser doesn't. So if I were to buy this Orb Lightning Strike, I can either bargain on the item or I can buy it directly for the listed price, 672 being the cheapest on the site right now. I can go to trade records and check what it has sold for in the past, so I can see 680 today. If I want to send the guy a bargain, I can go here, write 650, and I've sent him a bargain. So now my balance will be frozen until he decides whether to accept this bargain or to decline it. If you feel like you've been waiting for this guy for 12 hours or 30 minutes, you can cancel it. Just make sure that it's after 30 minutes, otherwise you'll get a penalty for it. Right, so for the question that everybody asks, how do you get balance on the site? So since Buff is such a big marketplace with so many items sold and at a high frequency, there's a good chance that you can count on your item selling for the lowest listing price if you list it. Therefore, it's super easy to go on other sites and then calculate if you can buy that item, sell it on Buff, and then break even or make some profit. Another way, if you want to get balance super fast, is by selling DOTA items. DOTA items don't have TRADELOCK, so if you go to Dragon Claw Hook here, you can see that these should be about $500. you can sell these. They should sell pretty fast. You have also the buy orders on them, which is slightly lower. You can supply those. If you're looking for something a little bit cheaper, you can supply fractal horns of inner Arabism, known as Akanas. These sell for around $17.5 to $18. This should be $17.6. So it's in that ballpark. So you could easily deposit around, like, buy 10 of these on another marketplace, CS Deals or Bitskins, and then resell them on the site and not lose that much money because the site only has 2.5% fee. So that's the main way I get balance myself, and I think it's quite easy once you get the gist of it. Right, so I'm going to try and cover quickly the penalties on the site. So if you buy, let's say you buy 6 cases and you forget to send the offer for 3 of them within the first 5 minutes of you clicking purchase on BUFF, then you'll be given a restriction of buying items on the site for 12 hours. Another one is if you buy, let's say, a knife and you reject the trade offer once the seller sends it, then BUFF will return 2% of the total amount as a compensation to the seller. This also goes the other way. So if you're selling a knife, you send the offer, everything is done, then the buyer rejects the offer, you'll get 2% of the listing price he bought it for. Return to your balance within 3 days, I think. The last one is if you're selling something and you don't deliver the item within 12 hours, then you'll get a 3-day ban on the site. If you repeat this, you'll get a 7-day ban. Those are all the penalties that I know of on the site, so just try to steer away from those. The last thing I want to touch upon before wrapping up the video is the point system. So whenever you sell and buy items on the site, you're awarded with points. And also if you don't deliver items, you'll be deducted points. That pretty much wraps up my video. If you have any questions whatsoever, just feel free to DM me on Twitter at SibylCS. You should also come follow Buff on Twitter. They tweet about new features. You can DM them here. They answer to users who tweet at them with problems. They're continuously working on translating the site, and maybe in the future they'll add Western payment options. So that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace.